Welcome back for our final game of this quadruple header on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. So our Sunday night game of the week is going to be between the Florida Flight and the Clermont Crocs. So Alvin will bring you in here for a little bit of commentary. These two teams, one is 4-1, that's the Clermont Crocs, and the Florida Flight are 5-0, but they are missing their best player, Brandon Moss. So what do you think the Flight are going to have to draw up this game to combat a good team that has a guy who really played with Brandon Moss in Chile and Steve Toiloy?
I have to say, I believe it's going to be Grant Gullett who's going to fill the shoes of Brandon Moss, because he's done so thus far. He dropped last game, he dropped 30 points and he had 31 rebounds as well. So I believe they're in great hands by having a guy like Grant Gullett, and they have Elliot Glegg who can make plays. They have a lot of different playmakers who can shine in these moments. So I believe they will be just fine and they'll be able to play their brand of basketball. However, on the other end, you have the prolific defensive mind in the Clermont Crocs, and they're going to do just that. I believe it's going to be a very defensive game. It may be high scoring, but I do think it's going to be a struggle to figure each other out in the beginning.
So we're going to go down to the floor now for our starting lineups, presented by Pauley Wealth Management. At center court is Steve Toiloy, joined by Kenny Long, Cody Hoff, Montel Williams, Cornelius Reynolds for the Clermont Crocs starting lineup. And for the Florida Flight, it's going to be newcomer Joe Katuka, and we'll get to him in a sec, but he played at George Washington University, so NCAA Division I. Terrell Dickerson, Elliot Glegg, Terrell Alfred, and Grant Gullett obviously down low. So no Brandon Moss today, the leading scorer in the FBA. And we are about ready to kick things off here for the fourth and final game of the day. Katuka wins the toss for the Florida Flight, and here they come, going left to right. Katuka, first shot of the game, boom! Straight away up top, the new guy hits a three.
Big men shoot threes in the FBA, never forget it. Great job banging home the trifecta to start the game.
The kid from Zaria, Nigeria, it's the first one to make. He hasn't played a professional basketball game yet in the FBA. And he comes out hitting a three. Unbelievable.
With 2 seconds off the shot clock.
I love this job.
Nothing better.
Here's Gullett, a pump fake up top, guarded by Montel Williams. That's the matchup to look for. Katuka, the turnaround jumper, no good. And Long, the rebound, going the other direction. Underneath, Montel Williams to Toiloy. Toiloy, shoes off Katuka, and an offensive foul on Toiloy.
Steve Toiloy getting called for that. Just a little elbow, but he is a big boy. 280 pounds at 6'9". Whew. Built like a defensive end or a tackle in the NFL.
Wish I was that big.
I wonder how much food it would take to eat.
A lot. Dickerson loses handle of the ball. Other side, Reynolds has that one tapped out of bounds. No, it was off the offense.
Going to be a bit of a feeling out process. With Brandon Moss out for the Flight, it changes their dynamic drastically. However, they're still a very dominant team.
Glegg, who had 54 last game, and he makes the shot down on the right side.
Great take. Very aggressive early on this game, and you see Grant Gullett getting that nice steal on the opposite end.
The pump fake by Alfred, left wing three, is an air ball, and Clark hauls that one in, and here he goes the other direction.
Clark actually has dreams of being a Division I basketball coach at some point in time when his career is over, after he wants to be in the overseas league or the NBA, whatever he can get. He wants to be the best he can be and really maximize his potential. And once that's all said and done, hang his cleats up and become a Division I basketball coach.
Here's Katuka to Dickerson in the right corner. Now Glegg the fadeaway right in front of Long, and the rebound by Clark. 5-0 game. A three by Montel Williams.
Great job by Montel Williams opening it up early. That's typically what he does. He is phenomenal for his team. He averages about 15.4 per game, and he does it at a very high clip.
Katsuka up top, guarded by Toyloy. Katsuka will back in on Toyloy. Now out to Dickerson, up top to Glegg. Glegg back to Katsuka, and he'll shoot over Toyloy, and it's off the front iron.
Katsuka definitely not shy with the basketball.
And Clark taking a long three. Alfred, right wing, getting through some traffic. Now bounce pass down low and a kick ball on the Crocs.
Good look.
Five to 3 game with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the first. So a lot less fouls at this point in the game than we saw last game, Alvin. I think there were like 7 foul calls by this point last game.
Last game, they immediately got to boxing. That's what we saw. But
Dickerson to steal, and Dickerson wanted a foul as he went up for the shot there, but to no avail.
Dickerson, the youngest guy on the flight, has a lot of goals for the future. He wants to play, see how far he can get with his basketball career. With being so young, he wants to just get better and better every day to see if he could put together a strong season.
Toyloy for 3, just off the mark. And here's Elliot Glegg. Pass ahead on the floor to Katsuka. Down low, Dickerson up with the left hand, and it dribbles in.
That was beautiful. Nice weekend lay-in by the young fella.
A 7-3 game now, with 8 minutes to play in the first. Montel Williams going right, and an offensive foul. Still 7-3. If you're just joining us, we'd like to welcome you into our Sunday night game of the week, the Florida Flight and the Clermont Crocs. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey. Unfortunately, without Jerry Pettit, our fantastic producer and engineer today, Alfred a 3 straight up and hits! Alfred with a big 3 there. It's a 10-3 game.
Alfred does a pretty solid job from beyond the arc, shooting about 30%, and he brings in about 16 points per game. Look to see him shoot that 3 ball well and then attack the seams after he creates that attention.
Reynolds off the back iron. And as it rolls out of bounds, here come the Flight going the other direction.
And right now, you see the Flight going on a nice, actually,
Glegg, far side. Katsuka. Few dribbles in, trying to draw some contact. He throws it up with his left hand and makes the shot. And a timeout taken by the Crocs, who need a sec to talk this thing over. Joe Katsuka already with 5 points. This guy's coming out strong. We'll take a break and be right back. It's a 12-3 game.
So coming off of that last made shot, Clermont is trying to figure out a way to stop this flight offense.
Kenny Long down low, an easy take to the lane. Whatever Coach Maxi Luna said to this team, it must have worked because they hadn't scored in a second there.
And that's going to be an interesting matchup with Kenny Long.
Elliott Clegg left side mid-range jumper is good.
With Kenny Long against the guards of the flight in both Elliott Clegg, Travell Dickerson, Shane Prunty, and Cleveland when they all come in. As Steve Toyle dominates the offensive board, unable to finish though.
Alfred pass right side, Dickerson for three. No good. 6 minutes to play in the first. Cody Hoff checking in alongside Daniel Luna. And here comes one of the firecracker of the duo twins of David and Daniel Luna. So Daniel Luna in the game now. Kenny Long from the right elbow, no good.
And this is going to be interesting. You see Elliott Clegg, who just dropped 54 points versus Daniel Luna, who is a defensive mastermind, guarding him. So this is going to be very interesting coming down the stretch. Daniel Luna already fired up and ready for the challenge.
So the flight a little short-handed today. No Brandon Moss, Romello Bates is not on the active roster. And a shot underneath by Joe Katuka.
Banging with the big fella, Steve Toilo, and getting it up and in. 7 points already in the first quarter. That is a great way to welcome yourself onto this team and have your teammates trust you.
And a foul inside. The inbound to Kenny Long.
Ooh.
Long shifting up top. Now pass over to the left side. And Reynolds hits a three.
Reynolds does a great job for the Clermont Crocs, averaging a double-double with 21 points and 10 rebounds. Doesn't necessarily shoot.
.506 left to play in the first. 16-8 the score. And this is, okay, if I have any knowledge of basketball right now and what the rules are, it's because Cornelius Reynolds is wearing number 2 and not 30. They marked him as number 30 in the book, but he's actually wearing number 2 right now.
That's what it should be.
Guarantee you that's what they're talking about.
That's what it should be, because I just was looking for his name. I was like, I don't see a 2 on there. And you see Coach Luna getting over there trying to see what the issue is, and I think you're correct.
So there is no number 2 in the book. You know,
get yourself a slice of pizza.
Exactly. I might as well. I should get myself a slice of pizza.
That means by the time we get out of here, the sun's still going to be shining, and you could get in that pool.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Got fabulous producer work done by Jesse O.
I mean, we have fun with it, Alvin. And so here we are. And it's a 16-8 ball game. I think the score is correct. Yes, it is. Look at that.
Of course it is.
I'm learning. You learn on the go here in the FBA. But looks like everything is all right. Here comes Mike Rivera to tell us.
We had a situation where number 3 got correct.
Okay. Wow.
So they're going to let it go. They're going to let it go. They're going to let it go. All right, back to the game. Here we go, y'all. Stick with us.
Jesse O gets a slice of pizza.
Foul on the floor.
Right there, you already see this guard play getting real intense. Daniel Luna and Elliot Glegg, this is going to be the tail of the tape. How are they going to control the 54-point onslaught that Elliot Glegg poured on in his last appearance?
The inbound stolen by Cody Hoff. And up on the other side, Cody Hoff puts it down, his first 2 of the game.
Great steal, turning into offense. Cody Hoff doing it. Ooh, great move by Alfred.
Alfred inside, and he makes the shot. It's an 18-10 ball game.
That's a great way to make up for a turnover. Get another bucket right back. Great job being aggressive by Alfred.
Up top. Now down inside. And Toyle almost losing handle of the ball there. Daniel Luna right up top. And it's off the hands of the Crocs. .405 to play. Katsuka backing in on Toyle. Katsuka up with the left hand. No good. Reynolds, other side. Cody Hoff, another 3. Off the mark. Reynolds saves that one, but right to Alfred. Here come the flight. Bounce pass left, and Grant Gullett drawing the foul and making the shot. How about Gullett?
Beautiful, beautiful take. Acrobatic finish. Grant Gullett finds himself on the receiving end of the and 1.
Gullett from Pflugerville, Texas. Went to Palm Beach Atlantic University. Originally played for the Palm Beach Knights in the Florida Basketball Association. And now he is with the reigning champion, Florida Flight.
And he does a great job. His numbers are just astounding. 32 points per game, 20 rebounds per game, 3 assists, and he does a fantastic job from the free throw line, shooting 71%, but he also does it on defense, averaging 1.5 steals per game and 1.5 blocks per game as well. So he's very active on the defensive end.
So here's Reynolds over to the near side. Hoff down low. Toiloy working in on Katsuka. And Toiloy making his first basket of the game.
Toiloy has a new battle with Katsuka. This is going to be interesting to see how it unfolds because they're going to have to play through Steve Toiloy at some point.
And a foul. 20-12, the score of the game. 3:14 left to go in the first.
Elliot Glegg, who was recently, see, even the fact that I was going to talk about the free throw percentage, it just happens. That's only the second free throw he's missed this season.
Well, Glegg told us before the game he's dealing with 2 foot, 2 hamstring, and 2 calf, 2 arm, and 2 eyeball injuries. So cut him some slack, Alvin.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything left to give. He gave it all already. The tank is on E, and he's just out here fighting.
Williams free throw line extended off the front iron, and Gullett a big rebound. Here comes Gullett, down low on the right side, lost the handle of the ball. Cody Hoff up to Montel Williams. Williams stopped by Terry Cleveland. Up top, Cody Hoff for 3. Reynolds the rebound. Hoff straight away again. And tipped around by Katsuka before Alfred pulls down the rebound.
That's just a solid defensive possession by the Flight.
Alfred, a nice cradle of the ball. He ran with it like a football down the lane and then was able to lay it in.
Looking like Marshawn Lynch on 3rd down. Great job by Alfred being aggressive early.
So here comes Jordan Banks. Montel Williams shooting straight away up top. He makes the shot.
Huge three by Montel, knocking them within 10 points.
23-15 game. Katuka down low, dribbling in on Jordan Banks, now left corner. Good ball movement. Terrell Alfred off the mark, and Montel Williams the rebound. Terry Cleveland is in the game now, seeing his first few minutes. Reynolds, other side, left elbow, jumper, up and no good. Alfred, the rebound, going the other direction. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to play in the first. And Terrell Alfred just threw it a little bit far for Terry Cleveland. And a different style of basketball the Flight are playing today without Brandon Moss.
Definitely, and that's because typically with Brandon Moss, you play through him, and now when he's not there, you're playing through Grant Gullett, you're playing through Terrell Alfred, you're playing through Elliot Glegg, and you have another new face in Katuka, who's done a phenomenal job on the block, knocking down outside shots and getting involved defensively. So their identity as a team is different because they have to do different things, they have different tools, but it's been working so far. They have a nice, comfortable lead.
1 minute 30 to go. And Williams just lost a handle on it, hit off his ankle last. The inbound from Shane Prunty. It is pronounced Prunty. We'll acknowledge that on the broadcast, but he's one of the Jer Bear crew, so we call him Prunty. 105 to play in the first. 23-15. Reynolds, other side. Oh, what a block by Grant Gullett, but a foul.
Wow, Grant can fly. Elevating on that rejection, but someone else fouled him. Strong take by Cornelius Reynolds.
Reynolds from the stripe.
And he's splitting his free throws, typically shooting about 53% from the stripe, staying true to that percentage right now. However, he does a great job defensively, bringing about 1.5 steals per game. Also does a great job of corralling rebounds.
So like you said, Alvin, Reynolds splits the free throws, now has 4 points, 23-16 the score. Shane Prunty dribbling around. Now Gullett. Right side. Gullett into the lane.
Good, strong take. Elevating and levitating in the air, pausing to get the best look at the basket, and he does just that, knocking it home.
Quick pass over to the right. Now here's Reynolds, a few dribbles in, now double teamed by Prunty and Alfred, now Cornelius against Shane. The give off down low, and a foul for Jordan Banks down low.
And you have to do that if you're the Flight. You cannot let a guy just bang on your head like that. Good bang bang play. Let's see if he can make those free throws.
So now Jordan Banks goes to the line, and that one bounces around and in. And the second one goes through as well.
Free throws are important. Good job knocking both of those home early on in this game to set yourself up for success down the stretch.
Grant Gullett shifting. Shane Prunty a three. Oh, I was about to go wild for Shane if he hit that.
I was ready to go insane.
25-18 the score. And after the first quarter of action, What a first quarter it has been. The officials are going to probably go over and talk to our official scorekeeper because Jordan Banks was an unmarked player in the playbook today at some point, but we'll see what happens when we return in just a sec. Now we're back here for the second quarter of action. Jesse O and Alvin Delvey bringing you FBA basketball every Sunday from here until like Labor Day weekend, except for obviously 4th of July.
Come hang out with the guys, the Jer Bear crew.
We are the Jer Bear crew, and we miss Jerry so very much on this broadcast.
Shane Princey with some solid defense on Kenny Long.
Montel Williams from the left elbow, and Katuka the rebound. So Joe Katuka, as a senior, had 8 points per game, averaged 5 rebounds per game, and Grant Gullett went down hard.
Still down in pain. You just want to see him get up. Very strong guy, but he is very visibly laboring on the ground right now.
Holding his face. He got the wind knocked out of him or something.
Hopefully that's all it is. It's just his wind being knocked out and nothing else.
He's sitting up and looks like he will be okay. He's talking.
I didn't actually see what the initial thing was.
So Gullett able to walk over towards the bench and yes, Brendan Moss is here. Getting his teammate, took a hard foul there. And waiting on an official explanation. So, you know what we'll do at every break, just because, you know, this is Jesse O produced broadcast this week, and just do this. Welcome into the broadcaster's view of the court. We have courtside seats to all the action today, and we've been able to see everything from here. I'm still excited to go back and see the fight we had earlier in the third game between the Tampa Gunners and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. And the Gainesville Mighty Oaks ended up winning that game by 1.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. great display of basketball, great display of courage and resiliency to bounce back in that game and really fight their pride, because they were down versus a team they shouldn't have been down against, and they were able to pull it out. So great job by Coach AJ and the cast to pull that one out.
So now we're here, and obviously kind of a good rivalry between these two teams, because the first loss and the only loss that Clermont Crocs have this season is against who? The Florida Fight on the other side. So Clermont coming in with a lot of passion, a lot of energy into this game. Obviously, the Florida Flight playing without Brandon Moss this game, even though now he is here, but he's helping out his teammate Grant Gullett now, who is down on the side of the bench, and he seems to be in some physical pain. So 25-18, still the score in this ball game. We're all really hoping Grant Gullett is okay. Last game, while Elliot Glegg, obviously player of the game, 54 points. Hard not to be a player of the game if you score 54 points. But if I had to choose a second player of the game, it would have been Grant Gullett. In that game, he had 39 points, shot 13 of 28 from the field, 12 of 14 from the free throw stripe, and had 31 rebounds. Now, I say that as like, you know, whatever, but 31 rebounds in a basketball game, in a professional basketball game. And we're back to play now.
Side note, if Elliot Glegg drops 49 points.
Alfred puts it through! You couldn't even hear the net.
Oh, that was good.
Wow.
I thought it was an air ball. That's why I didn't celebrate at all. Great shot by Alfred, banging home a trifecta. (28-18). Cornelius Reynolds slashing and dashing, getting to the rack and dropping it home.
8-point game differential. Alfred down low, the turnaround jumper by Jeremy Settles is no good. And Settles seeing his first few minutes as a Florida Flight player this game. Kenny Long, the other side, makes the shot. He's got 4 points. Clay getting through traffic, has that one stolen away by Reynolds. Reynolds throws it just strong.
Turnover for turnover.
Yep.
Great job by forcing it, but Crocs may have to be fast, be quick, but never in a hurry. Right there, they were in a hurry, and it ended up in a turnover.
Left side, Alfred to Settles. Settles down low. Big man on big man. Now it's a Katuka, and Katuka with the left hand couldn't get the shot to fall.
There's a lot of beef on this Florida Flight team right now. They're going to have a fun time banging down low.
Toilet couldn't get that one to fall, and Shane Prunty brought down to the ground. Ten minutes to play in the second. Inbounds to Kenny Long. Long from the right side. That one just rims out. Settles a big rebound there.
And so far, they're getting to their spots, getting the looks that they want, and they've done a great job of actually putting points on the board. It's a pretty solid game so far. Just want to see if they can ride this wave and minimize turnovers on both sides. That's been something that's really stalled their offense. That's the only caveat in this game so far.
Kenny Long up top. Dribbling left, now to the left corner. Kyle Clark for three.
Cal Clark, another Virgin Island national team player, loves music, loves to play basketball, and loves to bang home corner tray balls. Great job by Clark, staying true to his game and doing what he does best.
And a foul down low. So Settles, Prunty, Alfred, Katuka, and Glagan for the Florida Flight. And the Crocs with their kind of Miami swoosh jerseys going left to right from white to neon green. It's Montel Williams, Kenny Long, Kyle Clark, Cornelius Reynolds, and Steve Toiloy. Currency checking out, and Alex Dickerson, or excuse me, Travell Dickerson checking back in. Thinking of the San Francisco Giants there, Alex Dickerson getting a few home runs.
You're always thinking of the
San Francisco Giants. Big Giants fan, but love basketball. But I love my Giants also as well.
I think that's a solid tie for you in your mind.
Oh yeah. Settles down low, a nice pass.
Good job by Settles, settling in that paint area, getting a nice bucket.
Left side, Clark has been hot from the left.
And that last whistle you heard was a bench warning for Clermont, a little too close to the court of play.
Dickerson left side, blocked down low by Clark. And a loose ball foul.
Kyle Clark is balling so far. 2 for 2 from 3. Gets a nice block on the defensive end, just beefing up his stats early on in this game, just trying to get his team to get a victory against the prolific, undefeated Florida Flight.
So here's Clark inside from the left elbow, and it's good. Clark is putting on a shooting performance, 7 points.
3 for 3 in the second quarter so far, getting to all his spots, and all 3 of those shots came from 2 beyond the arc, 1 mid-range extended. None of those shots were layups.
Shot missed inside. Clark couldn't get that one to fall. And now look at this, Brandon Moss in the game. So here we go. Get ready for the flight to take off, or so we think. Maybe the Crocs have a stop for him. For the Twin Towers, and Brandon Moss and Joe Katuka down low, and Katuka now with 9 points.
That is very scary for an opposing team to see. Brandon Moss, to see Joe Katuka, and when Grant Gullett is healthy, seeing Grant Gullett playing as well. So a real three-headed dragon, as Clermont does a great job of getting that up and in.
(32-31) the score. Katuka right up top of pump fake. Now into the lane, up with the left hand, and he makes the shot. Joe Katuka taking it upon himself.
Wow, we have to sit up straight when we talk about Joe Katuka. Nice little up and a little pump fake to get his guy up in the air and getting it up and in. And on the other end, playing very stout defense. Joe Katuka will be a name we call often in this league. Great debut so far. Kyle Clark coming in, shooting about 75% from the stripe. He does a great job offensively, bringing in about 12.5 points per game. Does it all on defense as well, bringing in 2 steals per game. So be careful where you leave your milk and cookies when Clark is around. This is a great matchup.
Moss against Reynolds. Moss down low, a little bit too strong on the layup. And here comes Reynolds going the other direction. Reynolds has that one tipped around. Alfred takes it back, throws it down to Moss, and Moss loses handle of the ball.
Slippery bar of soap or a melted stick of butter? Which do you prefer to call the basketball in that possession? Thinking. Loading screen.
I don't even know at this point. Trying to make sure I have the score right. And a kick ball down low. Six minutes to play in the second quarter. Kenny Long. Going right, now to Toiloy. Toiloy from right up top of pump fake. Now Kenny Long beyond the arc, down low to the right block, and a shot clock violation. The Crocs didn't see that one coming.
Great job by the Flight, really eliminating all the creases that the Clermont Crocs could have taken advantage of and forcing a shot clock violation.
Alfred spinning from the left elbow up to Moss. Now Moss wants a screen from Katuka and will get it. He'll go right. Now Moss against Toilet. Katuka in transition. And
look at that.
Bench from the Crocs like that one.
Kenny Long with the block on Katuka. He is outweighed by at least 100 pounds and a foot shorter. Talking that talk to Joe Katuka. Let's see how Joe responds.
Here's Moss to inbound. Alfred left side with 5 on the shot clock. Okay, ball goes out with 4 on the shot clock now, with 5:30 left to go in the second. The amount to Moss with 2 seconds on the clock. Moss got it off in time, but didn't hit the rim. And a shot clock violation.
So right now we're seeing the Flight offense sputter. And that can be attributed to a Kenny Long jumper, and he's doing it on the defensive end and pushing it offensively to do it on the offensive end. Great job by Kenny Long and the Clermont Crocs for their stout defensive possession as they force another turnover.
Kenny Long, Reynolds down the lane, making the shot. Cornelius Reynolds now with 8 points, and the Clermont Crocs have the lead.
That was a nice vocal. You got a nice voice, Jesse. You know that?
Who did I sound like that? It's like a Travis Scott little ad-lib there.
I didn't know we had auto-tune these mics. How do I turn that on?
Brandon Moss to step back 3 is an air ball. And Kenny Long going the other direction.
Great defense by
Long
Cleveland.
down low, up with the finger roll, no good. Katuka the rebound. So here comes Katuka. And the offense. They'll throw it over to Moss. Moss out beyond the arc, guarded by Reynolds. Moss a few dribbles in. Now Terry Cleveland for 3. And somehow he was going to be able to use the backboard from the right corner. I don't understand that.
It's that high arcing release.
Williams, other side from the right wing. Mo Williams with 9 points. And now the lead up to 5 for the Clermont Crocs. 3:48 to play in the second quarter. Alfred trying to get around Montel Williams. Inside and couldn't make the shot. Toiloy the rebound. The pass ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds saves it from going out of bounds and it goes right to the Flight. Here's Terry Cleveland to Moss. Moss down low, up with the fake. And couldn't get that one to fall. Reynolds, other side, and an easy lay-in. So some bad basketball there on both sides. And now up by 7 for the Crocs. And a timeout taken by the Florida Flight. They need to figure something out. They let the Clermont Crocs go on a little bit of a run there. Inbounds to the flight. Here's Brandon Moss underneath and fouled.
Strong take by Brandon Moss, but I really like that matchup with Cornelius Reynolds guarding Moss, both lanky and quick. Brandon Moss obviously has the height advantage, but Cornelius Reynolds able to utilize his quickness, and he does a great job getting steals on the defensive end and just doing it all for the Clermont Crocs. So having him guard up Brandon Moss will be interesting to say the least.
41-34 with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Moss, free throw, in and out.
And that's a tough one. However, he is shooting about 49% from the stripe. So sticking true to that field goal percentage as he splits these ones. However, what he does on the court is no slouch. He has 39 points per game, 19 rebounds per game.
There's Toiloy down low, draws the foul from Katuka, and Steve Toiloy gets to go to the line. He's got 6 points now for a chance at 7, and his team can go up by 7 in the game.
Quick switch over. Steve Toiloy scoring very efficiently from the field, about 80%. However, his free throw strike is not as efficient, 46%, as he bangs that one home to capitalize the and-one opportunity.
Under 3 minutes to play in the second. Elliot Glegg gets a screen from Katuka, now throwing left. Alfred into the left corner. Glegg has that one tipped away, almost stolen away. And Dickerson hitting the shot from the left elbow.
Great job looking at what he found right there, just being in the right place at the right time, getting a nice elbow jumper to go up and in.
Montel Williams, Clark, and now back to Williams up top, down to Toiloy. Toiloy has it knocked away by Katuka. Good defense by him. Brandon Moss going forward, trying to throw it to Katuka, and Dickerson is fouled as he goes up for the shot. And the Clermont Crocs do not like that call.
At all. You heard shrieking all throughout Winter Park with that one. Dickerson shooting about 75% from the stripe. Not someone you want to give free trips to the line.
Dickerson, the first one, is off the mark. And we've been talking about this all day. People have to make free throws out of it.
I don't get it.
Second one goes through. Dickerson now with 5 points. 44-38, the Clermont Crocs are up by 6. Reynolds, left side. Now down low, Toiloy with the reverse. Able to put that one through. He's now got 9 points.
Great job being a little nimble on that one, going on the opposite end to knock it home.
Dickerson right in front of the free throw stripe. Give the ball to Dickerson. He is hot.
And he's just doing a phenomenal job getting into the seams and getting his shot comfortably up and in.
Long from the left wing. The screen from Toiloy as he goes right now down low. Reynolds cutting towards the basket. A backside cut by Cornelius Reynolds, and now the lead back up to 8.
Very high IQ on that one. Changing the pass.
Brandon Moss on the other side making his shot, so that's the first field goal made by Moss this ball game in a 48-42 game. As the clock ticks down towards 1 minute, Brandon Moss now able to get on the board, and we'll look for him to get big later on. Kenny Long on the other side, able to put that one through. He's now got 8 points. 50-42 the score. 51 seconds left to play. Glegg up top. Terrell Alfred, the pump fake, down low to Katuka. Katuka fouled on the floor. No, a 3 in the key.
He was camping. Got to get your feet outside of the paint at least for a second before you reset and start banging down low.
Reynolds left side, going to be double teamed if he comes in by Dickerson and Moss. 3 on the way from Clark, and Moss the rebound. So Moss is going to have to step up big here with Gullett out of the game. Throw into the right corner. Glegg, who was fired from over there, and he's going to look to continue that streak. Elliot Glegg with 8 points, and now they trail by 5 with 18 left to go on the game clock. The shot clock and the game clock, a 1 second difference. Ball stolen away by Dickerson, and Dickerson will be fouled to prevent the fast break.
No quad, no problem for Elliot Glegg. Laboring a little bit on his quad doesn't impact his jump shot as you see him knock down the corner tray ball in those fiery New Balances.
He wears New Balances. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Dickerson from the stripe. First one is up and good.
He wants to be Kawhi Leonard so bad.
So bad. Dickerson averaging 5.5 points per game this season, already with 8, and we'll make that 9.
Very successful trip to the free throw line right there. 10.5 seconds.
Here's Clark to Toiloy with presumably the last shot down low. Reynolds cutting towards the basket. Clark got it off in time, and he made the long two. His foot was on the line. And how about that? 52 to 47. Kyle Clark now with 10 points. And Cornelius Reynolds with 12 to lead the Clermont Crocs as they go into the half. It's a 52 to 47 game. When we return, the Sunday night game of the week will continue in just a second. We've got a lot more basketball for you here, so keep it with us. We'll be right back.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes, Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends.
I want the keto.
I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
We're back here for the second half of action, and the Florida Flight are trailing in this ball game, 52-47. Kind of a slow start for them, but a few new key players that they've added to their team. But how good have Clark and Reynolds and Toyle been down low for the Clermont Crocs?
They've been monumental, and speaking to Coach Luna, he said he wants to utilize them more in the stretch. They want to do a better job of playing more inside out and letting their offense dictate the play throughout the game. They know they're solid on defense. They love how they retaliated. When Brandon Moss came into the game, he felt like they played at an even greater level because they had such a slow start. And playing inside out, getting Steve Toyle involved, let him do a lot of the passing and playmaking down low will be huge for them coming down the stretch. And on the other end, Coach Mark King, he believes that they had a very slow start, but it's because of there's a lot going on with the Flight, with chemistry issues going on with different players, not being used to playing with different people. So just trying to manage that and manage the minutes that everyone's getting is going to be hard. It's what he's working on, and he's going to do a better job coming down the stretch.
Back here on the floor to start the second half of the game, 52-47 in the third quarter. Shot down low, missed by Reynolds. Toyle a rebound. And Clark right side, couldn't get that one to fall, and Katsuka will throw it up to Moss. Moss in transition going the other way is fouled from behind.
And right there, Coach King just allowing his guys to play and play fast. That's something he really preaches to his guys. They have the advantage in transition offense because everyone on their team is very fast, very quick. They can dribble the rock, and they can get up well above the rim. And you got guys like Elliot Glegg and Cleveland who can knock shots down when open.
Here's Moss dribbling towards the left side, now throws it cross court. Grant Gullett back in the ball game. Gullett for three, off the mark on the right. And Toyle the rebound. So the Flight kind of going with their A-team here. Katsuka, Moss, and Gullett all in at the same time with Tri-Towers.
Yeah, that's kind of scary for Clermont.
Down low, Gullett cut that one off. Throws it ahead to Moss. Moss, an easy take into the lane. It was Moss versus Kenny Long, and at that point, Long looks up like, what can I possibly do here?
Brandon Moss is being real nice to him on that one. That could have ended badly for Kenny.
Moss with 5, and now Moss another steal. Has that one tipped around. Glegg from the right side up to Cleveland. Cleveland towing the line for a 3. And that one's off, but the putback by Gullett is good. Grant Gullett, who had to check out of the ballgame with a head injury, now back in with 6 points.
And Gullett just is phenomenal on the block. He got 31 rebounds in their last game.
And a 3 from the right wing by Cornelius Reynolds.
And right there you see him getting another putback, just adding to the total and the real monster that he is on the offensive glass and defensive glass.
That one's off the mark. Montel Williams gets the rebound, and he's going to go the other direction. Williams, the bounce pass into Toyle, now right side. Clark for 3, off the front iron. Moss slowing things down, and he will run the offense. There's a pass down low, and he wanted to find Katsuka cutting towards the basket.
And right there, just a little mishap, and that goes to show a little bit of the chemistry issues that was going on with the Flight early on. Just not used to playing with this lineup, as they have a couple of new guys coming in and they're not used to playing with each other. This is their first game together, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can figure it out in this game.
2-3 zone defense for the Florida Flight. Ball tipped around. Reynolds right side. And now into Montel Williams. Right up top, makes the 3. That's how you beat the defense.
Big shot by Montel Williams, second of the night, and he has done a phenomenal job throughout this season of getting open looks and knocking them home.
Moss inside to Katuka.
Beautiful.
And Katuka making the shot. That's the kind of chemistry they're going to need going forward here.
There's really nothing you can do. You have 6'11" and 7 foot coming at you in a scissor formation.
Yeah.
Who do you guard? Neither.
Williams, another three goes in.
Wow.
Montel Williams with 15 points. He is feeling it from beyond the arc.
2 threes in less than a minute. Montel Williams is on one.
(61-53). Moss going right now, gets inside and finger rolls it through.
There we go. We're seeing Brandon Moss get aggressive and start playing downhill. He facilitated on the last one, and that time he looked for his own.
Had 29 points in their last victory over the Tide. Terry Cleveland takes that one away. The pass ahead to Moss, and it's tapped out of bounds by Long.
Smart play by Kenny Long, understanding that if he doesn't tip that ball, it is 2 points for the Flight. Great job selling out and getting his hand on that one, giving them a chance to fight for another play.
Ball taken away. Reynolds has that one knocked around by Gullett. And the bounce pass to Moss down low, couldn't hold on to it. Toyloy, the pass ahead to Williams. And just bad basketball there by both sides. Honestly, it's comical at that point.
He threw it like he was throwing it to Kenny Long. Williams could move a little bit, but man, he got rid of that ball. He got rid of it. Now with this break and play, see what Elliot Glegg can muster up for his team.
(61-55). Glegg bringing the ball up the floor. Last week's player of the week. Alongside Brandon Moss, who will take it in and draws the foul.
Great job being aggressive on that one, rising up above everyone else. And look at him, rocking the baby. Saying he's too little, he's too small, he's just not as tall. Brandon Moss rising above and getting the and one. Let's see if he can knock it home and complete it.
Yes, he does. He swishes that one through. Moss now with 10 points. 7.5 minutes left to go in the third. A 58-point game for the Florida Flight. And a 61-point game so far for the Clermont Crocs. Mo Williams up top, who's been hot from that spot. They should give it back to him. Cody Hoff, cross court. Montel Williams loading up a three. And off to the left. Grant Gullett, a big rebound there.
I gotta say, Jesse, we're dropping some bars right now. Just being honest.
I hope so. Grant Gullett down low. Look at the big man going through traffic, slicing and dicing, as Alvin would say, and making this chocolate float. 61-60. Grant
Look at
Gullett
him getting a steal on the other end. What can't he do?
Here's Moss. Terry Cleveland hasn't hit a three in a while, and he's still off. Clark up top, over in the left corner. Cody Hoff lining up a three. And that one just bounces out. Katuka, a big rebound. Wow. Clark, off to the right. And Hoff steps back, takes a three. No good. Blake, the pass ahead to Moss. Moss versus Toiler, this is gonna be cool. And those two guys played it chilly together, and they both give each other a smile on the foul.
Definitely. Steve Toiler understanding where Brandon Moss's launching point was and attacked him there. Brandon Moss crafty enough to draw the foul.
Fun fact, Terry Cleveland just had a daughter.
Wow.
Congratulations, Terry.
Congrats. New father.
Yeah, congratulations. So shout out to Tori
Tori Cleveland. There
Tori
we go.
Cleveland. We're dedicating this one to her. 61-60 with under 6 minutes left. Wow, that's a lot of sixes. Under 6 minutes left to play in the third. Moss from the line to shoot 2. He drills him. He drills 1 of 2. Now Brandon Moss with 11 points. Look at this, it's like a 1-2-2 defense. Cody Hoth from the right side. Now Clark, a few dribbles in, down low. A missed shot by Jason Russa. And here comes Moss going the other direction. Moss to Alfred, steps back for the 3. And Moss the rebound. Moss the putback.
That's what Brandon Moss brings to your team. He can facilitate, but he can also get boards for quick and easy putbacks.
The Flight now have the lead for the first time since early in the second quarter. 63-61. Clark inside to Hoth, catch and shoot. Alfred the rebound. Here comes Moss. Other side. Moss up with the fade. He comes in. Dickerson tips it. And the 3 by Travell Dickerson.
Big shot by Travell Dickerson. Coming out the back end of a Brandon Moss tip pass.
A timeout taken on the floor, 66-61 with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in the third. Still a close one. We got a lot more basketball for you in just a sec.
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends.
I want the keto.
I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Back here on the floor for action, Cody Hoth with a pass from Kenny Long down low, and he's able to put the shot through.
And this is a very tightly contested game, even though the DNA makeup of the two teams are very different. On one end, you have Florida Fly, who plays good defense. However, they are mainly known for their electrifying plays and their high-scoring offense, bringing in about 122 points per game, whereas the Clermont Crocs are the polar opposite. They do a good job offensively, knocking in 107 points per game. However, they are very known for their stout defensive presence and their aggressive, tenacious ability to get loose balls and do things of that nature, just the bang-bang plays. However, we're seeing a very tightly contested game, 66-63 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. This is very interesting as it develops.
Kutuka tried to spin around to get that one to fall, but could not. 66, still 66-63. Down low. A steal and ball by Daniel Luna. Wow, look at Daniel working hard. Daniel, a pump fake from the left side, cross court. Cody Hoth, a toe on the line. It's off, but the putback by Jason Russa is good.
Jason doing a good job being on the receiving end of that pass. We could call it getting that to go in.
Gullet from beyond the arc. That one just rims out. Kenny Long going the other direction. Bringing the ball up the floor, cross court, or excuse me, cross step dribble. And Daniel Luna, left corner as the Crocs take the lead.
Big shot by Daniel, finally being rewarded for all that defense he's been playing this whole game.
Katuka, the turnaround put up with his left hand. We're all tied up yet again. So to Katuka with 15 points now in the ball game. Shot 48% from the field as a senior in college at George Washington University, NCAA. Division I, Cody Hawk trying to use the back of the rim for some help, no good. Brandon Moss, double dribbles. So Moss's argument was that one of the defenders got a hand on the ball, but he's got such long legs and he just takes really quick strides as he intercepts that one. Moss, the bounce pass to Alfred. Alfred to Moss! And good morning! Happy New Year! Brandon Moss has entered the building.
The fans are going crazy. Mark Fedora King is losing his mind as Brandon Moss goes airborne.
I want to see Steve Toyley dunk on the other side. I really do. Toyley knocks that one away. Although Toyley, I have a feeling Toyley would bring down the rim.
Like Shaq Diesel.
Yeah.
His backboard breaks. Whole thing comes down.
I want to see Toyley dunk.
I want to see a poster. If I'm just being selfish, I want to see a poster.
Moss, the screen from Katuka. Now a three. And that one's off. Gullet fighting for a rebound. And he's fouled on the floor.
Grant Gullet is just ferocious on that block. No rebound can escape him. He had 31 rebounds. Yes, you heard that correct. 3-1. 31 rebounds in one game. A single showing he had 31 rebounds. And right now he just did it again and got himself a trip to the line.
Gullet off the mark.
He's off the mark, but he typically brings it at about 71% of the time. A giant fly just... For all of you guys who can't see, I'm waving around my notes, and Jesse gave me the craziest look because he didn't see the fly that just came and flew by me.
Well, I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, Alvin.
I hope it comes right to you next in the middle of you saying a play.
Awesome. Maybe it'll happen on this one. Better make this my best call ever. Clark, straight away. And no good on the three. Gullet a big rebound, and here comes Grant going the other side. Good job by Cody Hawk, standing his territory. Katuka for three. Katuka! A couple threes from right up top.
Big men shoot threes in the FBA. Katuka is no exception, banging home the trifecta.
Luna with a foot on the line. Daniel Luna, though, hitting a very long two. And look at him, he's gonna start getting hot.
He's feeling it right now.
Alfred trying to get through traffic, fouled, and he made the shot. The shot will be waved off. I think Luna thought that was going the other direction. Like I said, firecracker. I love it. So much fun watching him play. 74-70. Still the score. With 37 seconds on the clock.
Right now you see some dialogue going on between a couple of the Flight players and a couple of the Croc players. This is very interesting how this game has been unfolding. A very tightly knitted game, unexpected, but greatly appreciated as Katuka knocks down his first of 2 and then follows that up with knocking down the second of 2, going 2 for 2 on that last trip.
Maybe we just got to start having you do play-by-play on free throws, Alvin. Free throws only. Keeping things interesting. From the right wing, shot up and no good. Here's Gullett going the other direction. Cody Hawk playing some good defense on him. Gullett pump fakes, now throws it right. Alfred for 3. Good! Terrell Alfred hits a big 3. He's now got 13 points. 79 to 70 the score. Clock ticking down from 5 seconds now as the ball comes towards us. I got a hand on it.
He touched it.
I'm not much of a basketball player myself, honestly.
He touched it. He touched the ball.
I'm embarrassed.
You think they'll give us a shot now?
Gullett, inbound to Moss with a step back 3 to end. And that will do it for 3 quarters of action. So the Flight come out on top at the end of 3, but 1 more quarter left to go. 79 to 70, more basketball on the way in just a second. Remember, this is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
The last quarter of action here on a long Sunday afternoon. It's our Sunday night game of the week. Clermont Crocs and the Florida Flight going head-to-head. Moss a step back on Reynolds. That one just rims out. And Kenny Long going down with the big fellas and able to pull down the rebound. Clark, other side from the free throw stripe, hits from a couple feet away.
The Virgin Island national team player doing a great job of getting to the lane in transition and knocking home the runner.
Alfred, that 3 just rims out. A lot of the time these rims have looked kind of like double rims today. A little bit.
How it would go halfway in and rattle out and
just bang around a few times before, you know, clanking out.
Definitely interesting. You wonder if it's because of it's a line drive shot or if it's
a big shot like that though. Kyle Clark in the corner, he's hot with now 15 points His team trailing by 4.
One thing I find interesting about Kyle Clark is when he scores 1 bucket, usually he follows it up with 3 or 4. So he gets his buckets in spurts.
Yeah, he likes to go on these little runs here. Katuka missing that one. And Long going in stride. Montel Williams down to the right. Reynolds over Katuka. And a fight for the rebound between Katuka and Toiloy. And Toiloy wins that battle. Williams around traffic, and it's fouled by Alfred.
Two guys with similar DNA in their play style. Montel Williams leans more towards facilitating, but that's a great matchup.
Williams, the inbounds to Long. Bringing Long to the left side. Now Williams gets a screen from Toiloy. Has to pick up his dribble. Gives it over to Toiloy now. Double team by Katuka and Alfred. Kenny Long cutting towards the basket. Now has the ball in his hands underneath and makes the shot. Kenny Long able to make a shot among big men.
What a crafty player Kenny Long is. Just really utilizing a stagger dribble, a lot of different moves he used in that one series, and ends up getting the bucket to go up and in.
Kenny Long with 10, other side. Brandon Moss trying to go down low, and the ball is tapped out of bounds.
Great job by Clermont on this defensive possession, and really in this whole game, keeping the Florida Flight well under their average at 122. They only have 79.
Moss a long 3. And gives it over to Alfred. And Alfred tries another one. Moss again going inside. Katuka now. A pump fake. Now dribbles down to the left block, up with the left hand. And he couldn't get the 3-footer to fall. Long with the screen from Toiloy. Now down low, loses handle of it. Katuka grabs it. Alfred, here comes another alley-oop to Brandon Moss. Hello, world. Wow. 81-77. Oh my, the one-handed jam down into the cup for Moss from Alfred.
Off the backboard.
Alfred's got a few assists to Moss today.
And the crowd is loving it.
Toiloy down low, couldn't get that one to fall. Clark pulls it down. Left corner, Williams, baseline, out to Clark. A 3-ball goes!
When it rains, it pours with Clark, going on a little run of his own.
Down low, Brandon Moss.
Another alley-oop. Brandon Moss has been the recipient of a few of those.
.8:29 to play, 83-80. So still a little bit over 8.5 minutes left to play, or excuse me, 8 minutes left to play. Here in the fourth quarter. This game's coming down. So the final few minutes is my bet. Like every other game has today, pretty much.
Yeah, this has been a great series, a great quadruple header. Each game being very close and very undecided, really, until the final buzzer. This game is no exception.
The push from behind for Cody Hoff.
Two teams with championship DNA going at it. Clermont Crocs are 4-1, and that only blemish came at the hands of Florida Flight to start the season. Florida Flight came into this game unblemished, and he would like to stay that way. They have a 3-point advantage at the beginning of this fourth quarter. Let's see how these two coaches will play chess coming down the stretch. I think that was another bar.
Nice. What's the bar? Sounding good. Long. Clark. Oh, he faked the give and go and missed the shot. Moss going the other direction. Over to the right side, Alfred for three. No good. Moss to Dickerson, and Dickerson off the front iron. Mo Williams over to the right side. And that one goes out of bounds.
Tried to give it to him in a spot he thought he would be in, just a little too forward for him. Results in a turnover. Even though it seems like there's a lot of basketball left to play, because there is, you still have to put together a lot of solid possessions. You can't afford to give the ball away in such a tightly knitted game.
So here comes Shane Prunty. And I'm realizing now, as I was in the midst of saying everything, it's been a long day, Alvin, that when I was saying that the Florida Flight have beat the Clermont Crocs, that's actually not true. It was the St. Pete Tide that beat the Clermont Crocs. Joe Katuga, free throw line extended. It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
Long day. So Katuga fouled and he'll go to the line. Yeah, that was a good game as well.
But that does not change the fact that these two teams have championship DNA.
Oh, yeah.
And now that we're on the same page where this is the first meeting, it makes it all the more important that Clermont has to be the first to blemish their records. They could both match. However, Florida Flight wants to stay clean. They want to be 6-0. They want to make sure they notch that one step further to a championship season.
Katuga now with 21 points. So his senior season at George Washington, he shot 54% from the free throw stripe. And only averaged 8 points per game. Now is 21 in his first game in the FBA. And you know what? Let's just make that 22. Why not? Because Jesse said it. 85-80 is the score. The Flight are up by 5. 7-12 left to go in the fourth. Reynolds, turnaround jumper, no good. The pass ahead to Katuga. Katuga down low, laying it in with his right hand. Katuga with 24 points, 87-80 now the score. And a block down low by Moss on Toiloy. I wanted Toiloy to throw that down. I was expecting a Toiloy throwdown.
He wants the ISO.
Moss to Toiloy, and Moss is off the front iron. And David Luna is able to draw the foul.
And right there, you just love to see Grant Gullett and Brandon Moss and their relationship really flourish and blossom on the court. Grant Gullett gives him a little look like, man, you got the matchup you wanted and you didn't score.
Ball tipped around and off the hands of Reynolds trying to come down with the ball. But Moss and Toiloy, good friends, got to play in Chile together.
That's why that dance was so sweet. Yeah. Look to see a little more of that happening coming down the stretch.
Moss inside on Reynolds, and easy to put the scoop in.
Rocking the baby on that one.
89-80, one step in front of the right wing, ball knocked around. David Luna recovers. Montel Williams now a few dribbles in, up from the right elbow, no good. Katuga a rebound, and it's tipped around. Montel Williams picks up the foul. And for guys like, you know, Mo Williams, Steve Toiloy, Brandon Moss, Grant Gullett, who play a majority of the minutes, you got to realize they're running around for some miles in this game.
Definitely. If they had a Fitbit on right now, man, the calorie tracker would be off the charts. Oh.
Alfred down low.
Wow, put him in a spin cycle. Alfred hitting the B button with that spin move, just not able to get that one up and in.
Ball now going the other direction. Hoth dribbling in, left side in the key. Back out to Mo Williams. And Williams double teamed out beyond the arc by Prunty and Alfred. Now they shift over. And Reynolds puts through a three. It's kind of hard to tell whether it's an air ball or a three. But that looked like it did hit the backside. It did go through the backside of the net. That had to have been a three.
They definitely just fixed it. It's a three. The back of that net being ripped off by Hogan in the first game has proved to create some difficulty.
Shane Prunty down low. Brandon Moss, the elevation sensation. 91-83 the score. Hoth gets Moss in the air, and Hoth can't pull that one down, and Moss pulls down the rebound. Grant Gullett hits the deck. Reynolds, other side up with the left hand, and that one just comes off. That was close. Moss over to the right. Alfred another three. And that one's off the mark. Gullett inside to Alfred. Back out to Moss. Moss wants a three, right wing. That one just rims out. Gullett the rebound. And Gullett could not make the putback go through. So that was off of the flight.
Man, the elevator for Brandon Moss goes a few floors higher than everyone else, getting his head above the rim and throwing it down emphatically. And on that one, you see Grant Gullett hustling and bustling, getting another board, just not able to finish it. And you see Shane Prunty throwing his weight around with the big fellas. But unfortunately for the flight, it's the Clermont Crocs ball. And let's see what they do with this possession they've been granted.
Four and a half minutes to play in the ball game. It's 91-83. Brandon Moss, last game, like I said, at 29 points against the Tide. 12 of 22 from the field, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc, and 21 rebounds. It's interesting to see. We haven't seen Elliot Glegg in a while.
He's favoring that quad injury, so just trying to play it safe.
Ball tipped around and Reynolds puts it through.
Just giving good opportunity for Shane Prunty to come in and Terrell Alfred to get some positive minutes.
The go-ahead pass to Gullett. Left side, Alfred, another three. Boom!
Big shot and another pick play. That's a very smart play by both the flight and Clermont. Brandon Moss reading that play like a safety and breaking on it, making a good play, but then Clermont just fouling him before he gets ahead of steam.
Prunty to inbound on Moss up top. The flight up by 9.
That's a mismatch.
Down low, Gullett putting it through. And Grant Gullett now with 10 points. Quiet 10 points and 10 rebounds. He's got a double-double. Gullett almost had the steal there, but it goes off of his hands. (96-85) here in the fourth with just under 4 minutes to play.
Wow.
The inbound tipped out by Gullett.
Grant got his mitts on the last 2 passes. Remember, has to be careful before he ends up snagging one of them.
He amounts to Toyle, quick give back to Luna, and Luna couldn't put that one through. Toyle, yes sir! He says Moss can do it. Well, so can I.
Happens so quick. He gets up, it's like he has springs. He gets up so fast and throws it down mighty hard.
Shane Prunty, boom! How about Shane for 3? 99-87. Toyle, Reynolds, left side, good!
It's an all-out shootout. Shane Prunty knocking it in, and then Reynolds knocking it right back.
David Luna just knocking that out of Grant Gullett's hands.
But Grant Gullett is not a bear you want to poke. The Clermont Crocs do a great job of utilizing their passion to, you know, play mind games with different teams, and usually it works. However, when it comes to the flight, that might just be a scary sight. You don't want to see Grant Gullett get mad and start throwing his weight around.
So a technical foul on David Luna. So Gullett will shoot.
Round of applause.
Oh, yes. Gullett good from the free throw stripe, 11 points. Our officials for this final game of the day, obviously, Mike Rivera is the crew chief wearing number 34. Ramses Kelly is number 13, and Antar Crawley, number 41. And our officials have been here with us all day and doing a great job, as always. It's a lot of fun to watch.
A lot of passion boiling over on this Clermont side.
Left side, Gullett misses that one off the front. Reynolds for three. And that one's no good. Toyloy, one dribble, down low. Toyloy going up strong. How about the big man?
Wow. Steve Toyloy is a freight train on the block, knocking over Grant Gullett, which is not a small guy either.
Two and a half minutes left to go. Coach King and Coach Luna exchanging a few words. Coach King now talking to Toyloy. He's got to be careful not to get teed up. Players are kind of helping him back towards the bench into the coach-designated coaching area.
Somehow his fedora has stayed on this whole time.
Tensions are flaring in these final two games of the day, Alvin. 100-92 the score, with 2.5 minutes exactly left to go on the clock. And you know how particular I am about perfect numbers, but 2.3, that just looks good on the clock.
Beautiful. We're watching a fantastic game. Players are loving it. Coaches are even getting involved in some of the scrum. And we're just having a great time. The sun's still shining. Birds are chirping. Not here, though. Wherever Jerry's at, that's where the birds are chirping.
Yeah.
Shout out to our fantastic producer putting this masterpiece together, my main man, Mr. O, with the sheepish smile.
I'm trying my best. This is
doing play-by-play broadcaster today, producer at night.
Producer and broadcaster at night.
Yeah.
All of the above. I'm trying to have fun with it, you know?
Doing a fantastic
Everything
job.
is good. Any part of a broadcast is a good part. And it gives me a lot of appreciation for all the people out there that do any work on the production, and more credit should go to you than any broadcaster, because they're the ones that make us sound and look great. Brandon Moss spinning into the lane. No good. And the Crocs regain possession. Here's Clark going down the far side into the lane. Has it tipped around. And he goes out of bounds off the flight.
And right now you see the tempo starting to push, because these teams are starting to get emotionally invested in this game. The coaches are going at it. The players are going at it. Now let's see who can come out on top within the final 2 minutes.
Cody Hoff, three, right corner. Gullett, a big rebound. Gullett pushing the ball up the floor. Up to Moss, and Moss saying, hello, I'm still here.
On his head top, a lob, and he pumped it on Cody.
Reynolds to Toiloy, and Toiloy is fouled by Katuka.
I'm happy. I saw a body. I saw a poster. Cody, welcome to the FBA. Brandon Moss did it to him.
102 to 92 to score, with 1:44 left to go in the fourth. Wow. Toiloy, quick pass down low. Reynolds, nice hands, and he is fouled. That was a bullet from Toiloy down low, and Reynolds able to catch that with one hand? Are you kidding me?
Reynolds looking like an NFL receiver on that one with the strong mitts, able to snag that bullet from point blank range.
Yeah.
Pretty phenomenal. Now he gets a chance to shoot a few at the lines, typically splits them, and it seems he will do just that in the final 2 minutes of this game. They are down 10, and they need to find any way to scratch and claw their way back to victory.
Reynolds from the stripe, that one bounces around and in. So Cornelius Reynolds now with 25 points, well past the season average of 21. And a 102 to 93 game. Both benches actually seemingly quiet.
Oddly quiet.
Interesting.
It's such a tightly contested game. The Flight have the advantage just off the sheer amount of electrifying plays we've seen coming down the stretch. However, both benches are very, very quiet. Great observation.
You know, you gotta be aware. Socially, like essentially aware.
But behind
eyes,
the
ears,
bench,
smell. I smell pizza.
I taste pizza.
Oh yeah, that too. A minute and a half to go in the game. 1:30 left to play. Moss left side. Going in on Clark. Picks up his dribble, now double team. Throws it inside to Gullett in the lane. And they're saying Gullett kicked it. Or need it? Double dribble? Travel.
Travel, okay.
Travel,
like
travel,
kick
travel.
ball on offense?
Yeah.
I was confused.
Yeah, so that's interesting. 93 points for the Crocs, 102 for the Flight. Crocs looking to make a late push. Clark up top, no good. Hoff, one dribble, trying to put it up again. And the Crocs get it one more time. Reynolds, left side three, good! Cornelius Reynolds has been a hot hand for the Crocs all game. And now they trail by only 6. Moss going ahead. Dribbling left side, gives it up to Alfred. Alfred being shifty to Shane Prunty, the pump fake. Prunty behind the back to Alfred, now up top to Moss. Moss a deep breath and a 3. And that one's off the front. Katuka, a big rebound. 35 seconds to go in the game. Up top to Prunty. Prunty dribbling left, now inside. Katuka down low. Grant Gullett with the reverse.
Great job.
There's a fast break up to Reynolds, and Reynolds up with the right hand to make the shot. Reynolds now at 30 points in the game, and he's easily the leading scorer. And Moss goes out of bounds. 16 and a half seconds to go. The inbound stolen by Clark. Clark down low and up with the right hand. They only trail by 4. How about this late push from the Clermont Crocs? .104 to 100. Now the Flight to inbound. And they get Alfred on the right side and immediately a foul.
And that is very unfortunate for the Clermont Crocs because Alfred has not missed a free throw yet this season, according to our stats. So, coming down the stretch, let's see if the fourth quarter rings true with free throws. I don't want to say anything, but crunch time free throws are a big deal.
Cornelius Reynolds having a day for the Clermont Crocs. It's been fun to watch him shoot these home, and Alfred now makes it a 5-point game. Alfred's second free throw goes through, and now the Flight are up by 6. Toy Loy down to the left side. Cody Hoff to the basket, and Katuka the rebound. Katuka passes it ahead to Shane Parenti. And that will be it for the ball game. 106-100 is the final score of the game, and that was a nail biter all the way down to the end. Great play from both teams, and that was a lot of fun to watch from this side of things. We're going to take a break, and we'll bring it into the post-game show in just a second. Thanks for sticking with us all day for 4 games of basketball, and we got one more post-game show coming for you in just a second.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Fries and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Welcome into the post-game show for our last game of our quadruple header. Jesse O and Alvin Delvey. And Alvin, it's been a long day, 4 games. This one ends up 106-100. The Florida Flight win this one in the last minute of the ball game. And it seemed like all of the games today kind of came down to the last minute Who is your player of the game?
Wow. Big question. They have a lot of people playing very well. To our outfit played well. Brandon Moss came in and played well. Grant Gullett played amazing. But, man, I have to give it to Joe Katuka. He came in, he did his thing, especially not knowing the team he's getting into. This is his first time going to battle with these guys. And for him to put the performance he put on today, I have to give it to him. Great job, Joe Katuka.
Joe Katuka with 24 points and over 10 rebounds, so he had a double-double. Grant Gullett, who went down early, had 13 points, but also a double-double. And Brandon Moss, the leading scorer in the league, had 19 points in their victory. But the Clermont Crocs, a lot of good for them. They looked well prepared for this game, and nothing can be said short of Cornelius Reynolds, trying experience here. 32 points from Reynolds, this small forward, as they kind of pushed towards the end of that ball game. Reynolds was hot at the end.
Definitely, and that's what Reynolds brings to the table. He flies all around the court. He averages a double-double. He does a great job of understanding who's hot and who's not on his team, and then realizing what his role can be, and he does his role very well. He is a superstar for Clermont Crocs, and they realize that he has the trust of his teammates, and he believes in himself. He has sure confidence, and he knows he can hit those shots down the stretch.
So Cornelius Reynolds, Kyle Clark had 15 points, and they're kind of a cool small forward, outside wing tandem. And we don't really talk about wings all that much in this league. There's people that bang down low. There's guys that shoot the ball. But these guys, so dynamic. They're good down low. They're good out beyond the arc. How about the wing play in the FBA?
It's just phenomenal because Clark, the thing I like about Clark is he brings his points in bunches. So he'll get a bucket here and just feed him the ball. And Clermont understands that. So they know that, wow, whenever Clark hits a big three or he gets a nice move and gets down low or he slashes and does something amazing, they feed him for the next few possessions so he could just go on a run. And that's what he does. He knows when he makes it, he gets hot, and he gets really hot really quick. And we saw a lot of guys stepping up. We saw Daniel Luna hit a couple of big threes in this game. And overall, we just watched a great day of basketball. We watched a phenomenal upset early on this game, and that tempo has just been carried on throughout the game. Every game gave you a little flair and very unique in their own style of play, and ultimately finished off with a nice finale with these two teams, both guys playing very well.
So, Alvin, you haven't ever called 4 games in a row, have you?
Nope, this is it. After this, I'm taking a very long nap. I might get some tea to warm up my vocal cords. If you hear me tomorrow, you won't hear me tomorrow because I can't talk at all. So this was very interesting. I'm surprised I stayed awake, but Jesse got me through this one. Coach Fedora King did a great job in producing the first 3 games, and we came through and powered through this last one in a tandem. Jesse did a phenomenal job of, broadcasting.
Good thing I'm calling you first thing in the morning. I just want to. I'm curious to see what you're going to sound like.
Oh, it's going to be horrible.
But I do want to see what your pick is for your favorite game of the day.
Wow.
Because we have a lot more of these quadruple headers coming up, but I want to know what your favorite game of today was.
I have to say my favorite game is going to be the most shocking game. I have to say it's the first game because, wow, I did not expect the Pride to bring out what they brought out. I assumed that they were going to come very lackluster, as they have the past 5 games, being 0 for 5, and I thought Brevard was going to come in very easily, just smack them around like little brothers. But the Pride came out. They had a whole new warm-up routine. They came in. They looked like a team. They played like a team, and they won like a team. And that was just so shocking to me to see them come out there and play as well as they did. Aubrey Daniels dropped in a bunch of points, and everyone just seemed to really rally behind them. So I have to say that's probably my favorite game of the day.
I'd probably go with the same thing. Game 1 was awesome. But, there's nothing like 4 games in a day in basketball. Well, we want to thank you all for tuning in. If you've stuck with us all day, we very much appreciate you. For Alvin Delvey, for Mark King, and for Jerry Pettit, who's somewhere around the world right now, and he'll be back with us on the weekend of July 11th. That's when our next games will be. I'm Jesse O saying good night here from just outside of Orlando, Florida. The Florida Flight win the Sunday night game of the week, 106-100. We'll see you in a couple of weekends. Take care, and happy 4th of July. Good night.